It said that Edmund is a realtor, and I wrote down, does Edmund sell houses with a pick in his head?
I hope not. Of course he does, though.
Hey, y'all. Welcome back to my channel. I said, hey.
Hey, welcome back to my channel.
Hey, y'all, I'm Jazmyn W. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Y'all know I like to jump right in, but first, I must let you know that if you haven't subscribed to my channel, baby, what are we doing and why are we doing it?
Exactly.
Okay, it's very funny, very entertaining, very cute, very demure. Go ahead and hit subscribe. Turn the notifications on, too, so you never miss when I post a video. All of my videos are good.
All of them.
All right. Also, I will be in DC on December 13th and the 14th doing two stand-up comedy shows. Come out and support your girl. We're going to really kiki. Shout out to Atlanta. I was just in Atlanta last weekend and I had a blast. I love the love that I received there. And then I'll also be in Charlotte. The link for the tickets for Charlotte has not dropped yet. But I'll be there like December the 14th or something like that. So just hold the date, okay?
Girl, you don't know the dates.
And if you keep watching the YouTube and everything, you'll get notified when the link actually drops. So thank y'all for being here. Let's get into Love is Blind. We are going to break this down by couple. If you've been watching my channel, you know I always start with the most boring couple on my channel, okay? Yes. We watch Married at First Sight on this channel. And yeah, we start with the most boring couple every time, right? So let me look through here. Let me know. Comment below and tell me who you think the most boring couple is. I'm going to start with Anton and Allie. Anton and Allie. Allie talks like this. I believe maybe a woman who talks like this might believe that she's going to be with a man who pays her bills. And maybe that's true, but he will have a really big nose.
Girl.
Anyway, Allie and Anton haven't fought yet, apparently. And they haven't fought yet, apparently, because when Allie brought up the fact that Anton needs to be able to pay each and every one of her bills, he ignored her. He said, oh, well, I mean, yeah, okay. You know, I don't think he can do it. But he certainly didn't want to argue or ruffle any of her beautiful highlighted feathers, okay?
I don't blame him.
And you know, I'm not mad because can Anton do better than Allie? I don't think he can.
Girl, okay?
I don't think he can, baby. So you better hold on. When you get a bad it, you better hold on to her, baby. Because I don't think you can do better than that, Anton. But anyway, Anton asked Allie if she was into cooking, and she said, no, cooking is not a priority for me, and cleaning won't be a priority for me either.
Period.
He said that he makes enough to support her. And
he's lying.
I wrote down, after Anton said, yes, I make enough money to support you, Allie was still looking for a problem. She was like, what's wrong with you? Why are you acting different? And he was like, I'm not acting different. You know, you have to still work 1 or 2 days a week to kind of like keep up your lifestyle. And she was like, you know, I want to be able to get my Botox. I want to be able to, you know, do my Pilates. I want to be able to go shopping and stuff like that. If you want to do all of that, I tell y'all this on every single dating show.
What?
If you want somebody to take care of you, don't go on a dating show.
Period.
These people, men who have enough money to pay all your bills and take care of you, and you don't have to worry about nothing, you don't have to do nothing but look cute and go to Pilates, they're not looking for love on a dating show. You know why? Because they find love easily. They find love, they find a wife, they find a side chick, they find 2 baby mamas, they find those things easily. Doesn't matter how they look, okay? So if Anton was able to do those things, he wouldn't be on this show.
Period.
It's the wrong show for somebody, a bad bee looking for somebody to pay her bills. It just is. But Anton will work 2 jobs to do it. You know why? Because it doesn't get better than Allie for him.
For him.
No shade, but it's the truth. Okay? Anyway, when all of the couples got together, and keep in mind, this is the couple through all of the episodes. I'm talking about this couple through all of the episodes, okay? I'm not breaking this up by episode. I wrote down the guys wanted to take shots and the girls were looking annoyed.
The girlfriends
I wrote down, are Allie's looks enough for Anton?
No.
Um,
Well, actually, yeah. I'm confused. It's late. I'm sorry.
I wrote down,
Girl, do you know? Can you read?
hold on.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. She can't read her own handwriting.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, let's get it together.
Anton and Allie sat down with his friend and his friend's girlfriend. This man, okay, so Anton's friend has been with this girl for 4 months. I don't believe Anton's friend has been with his girlfriend long enough for her to be on this show. Y'all only been together 4 months. Why is she here? She done took Allie to the bathroom and told Allie, this is why the guys wanted to take shots, and then the girlfriend of the friend was looking like, you know, rolling her eyes and stuff like that. And so she took Allie to the bathroom and said, yeah, Anton likes to party with my boyfriend, and they don't party that much anymore. They don't party that much anymore because we're together now, but they used to party. They used to go to strip clubs. They used to get wild and stuff together. And she's planting all of this negativity in Allie's head so that Allie can create a problem with her man. First of all, if you've been with your man for 4 months and you have a problem with the way his lifestyle was when you met him, that's a you problem.
Shouldn't be with him.
That's a you problem, girl. Don't come to me and telling me my man used to party with your man and they used to go to strip clubs and stuff like that. Baby, worry about your man.
Your man.
If you don't want your man going to strip clubs and partying and dancing and stuff, girl, don't tell me about my man, girl. Let me find that out on my own. Let me see how my man act on my own.
Right.
I don't think anybody could pull me into the bathroom and tell me that my man liked to party when he was single. You should see some of the things I did when I was single.
Actually,
hell,
you don't want to see
it. Bust it. Because I'm single. I can do that when I'm single. Okay?
Single.
Let's see how Anton acts when he's in a relationship. The fact that you don't like the way your man acts, the fact that you can't trust your man is a you problem. So you gonna pull Allie into the bathroom and say, oh, you know, they're party animals. They were partying together. They were bad influences on each other. Girl, speak for yourself. Speak for you and your man, because you sound like you unhappy with your man. She's the one rolling her eyes at her man. And now you pulling Allie into the bathroom and saying, girl, be careful because he's a party animal.
Watch out for him.
What? Girl, let me find this out about my man myself.
And break up with your man.
Let me see for myself. And then Allie went back to the table and said, we have some things to discuss, mister. Never. Y'all, I don't think I've ever done a video about this, but I have rules for relationships. You never argue with your man at the table. You never argue with your man in public, or your partner, or your wife, your girlfriend, your partner. Don't argue with your partner in public.
Ever.
Don't have a conversation in the bathroom and come back to the table and tell your partner, oh, we have some things to discuss. Why are you saying that? Talk about that when you get home.
Exactly.
Talk about that when you get home. Okay? I was just hanging out with my man this weekend.
What man?
Baby, something happened when we was out. I had no clue. I had literally no idea. We got home. We got settled. He was like, oh, let me tell you about what happened.
You got a man?
I was like, oh, I had no idea. He was like, the goal is for you not to have no idea, babe.
Period.
Yeah. The goal is for you to be in your own world, happy, giggling.
But you gotta.
When we get home, I can tell you what happened, and that's exactly what happened. You should never, ever, ever approach your partner on a double date, on a birthday dinner, and tell them, oh, we have something to talk about when we get home. You ruining the vibe, babe. Just wait till you get home to bring that up.
So you have a man.
My goodness. Anyway, in episode 9 at the hoedown, she brings up the fact that she met with one of Anton's friends' girlfriends, and they've been together 4 months, which is nothing. Okay,
nothing.
Not a lot of time.
Nothing.
And I wrote down, your friend don't know that man. She don't even really know the man she with. But she did say that Anton likes to have 1 or 2 beers after work in the morning. He works all night, and when he get home in the morning, he like to have 1 or 2 beers. That sounds like an alcohol problem to me. Because why you having 2 beers at 9 a.m.? And the fact that you didn't work all night is not an excuse to me. That's like a nurse coming home from a 12-hour shift and she get home at 9 a.m. and she have a few shots of tequila. Baby, it's time to have an intervention on her.
Right.
Okay, because why can't you wait until your off days? Why are we having beers at 9 a.m.?
To wind down.
Okay? The thing about it is, Allie wants somebody to take care of her. Anton would work 2 jobs to do it. But Anton, baby, you got to tighten up.
Tight.
Because just because you get a bad chick don't mean you can keep her.
It's cheaper to keep her.
Hello, wake it up. And me and my friends talk about this all the time because I done had a couple men lose me because you done got a bad chick, but can you keep her?
Can't.
Your lifestyle got to be on point, baby. Don't be doing all that drinking and all of that carrying on. Don't be doing all them extracurriculars and all of that, honey. Okay? You tighten up.
Because I'll be gone.
So, yeah, that's the problem I had with Anton and Allie this episode. I'm like, Allie, you're listening to a girl who's not even happy in her relationship. Never listen to a girl who ain't happy in her relationship about your man.
Exactly.
Okay? Like, listen, but take it with a grain of salt. Use your own gut intuition, your own discernment, right? Second of all, your man having drinks at 9 a.m., red flag. You already know that yourself, okay? You don't need nobody else to tell you that. Third, this man gonna work 2 or 3 jobs just to make sure you taken care of. Believe that.
Is it worth it?
He know he never gonna get nobody else as cute as you. Did y'all peep when Allie got onto the bull, when she was riding the bull? Some of the guys were like, I can't even look. It's hot. Inappropriate.
Right.
I think it was the what's the tall white boy that said that? Who said that? I don't know. We might get to it.
Joe.
But anyway, let's move on to the next couple. Did I miss anything? No, just hope when you work all night, 9 a.m. is not your nighttime. I'm sorry.
Right.
I don't know.
No, you need to get that in check.
I don't know.
I'm eating a donut.
I don't know. The beer situation, no. If my man work all night, he don't get to come home at 9 a.m., 10 a.m. and have 2 beers. Because that's not your evening. Nobody should be working all day and coming home every night having two beers every night. Because then if you have kids, that's their lifestyle. If you have kids, then what?
Right.
You work all morning, the baby, I need you to come home and feed the baby. You got a beer in your hand, the baby in the other hand.
You drunk.
Come on now. No. The friend wanted to make her relationship problem their relationship problem. Exactly. And you know what? Like, I'm never going to let somebody who been with their man for 4 months tell me about what my man did when he was single. You don't know my man and you don't know yours.
Right.
So, like, it'd be different if you and your man been together 4 years and you've been seeing my man for 4 years. You only been knowing my man for 4 months and he was single. And half the time he was auditioning for this show. So what do you really know? You don't know nothing.
Nothing.
Let's move on to all the couples are actually full of drama this season. Let's move on to Jordan and Sparkle Megan because I don't really have that many notes on them, okay? Let's move on to Jordan and Sparkle Megan.
Oh, Lord. Here we go.
First of all, I said this on the last review. Sparkle Megan is so funny to me because you really would have thought she was a bad bitch in the pods. Ooh. But she's up there like... You would have really thought Sparkle Megan had some sex appeal.
Meg Thee Stallion.
She named herself Sparkle Megan. Girl, it's giving big sequins, not the little sequins. It's giving like...
What does that even mean, Jazz?
Sparkle Megan is, not only is she passive aggressive, she passive aggressive while showing all of her teeth, which is so much more annoying. I hate you. What? How annoying are you? You're mean and you're on my nerves. Like, anyway, let's get to the I wrote down the very first line. Sparkle Megan laughs to get through uncomfortable situations.
I hate that.
I find that annoying.
Yeah, I hate
Don't laugh at me. I hate you right now. No, seriously. Are you joking? What's so damn funny? What is so funny, Sparkle Megan? Anyway, Sparkle Megan gonna look at her man and say everyone else was the power couple and not us. And we weren't.
Okay, girl.
If anything, Sparkle Megan, baby, you're only as strong as your weakest link. Jordan seems more normal to me now. Like Jordan, he just seems like a regular, schmegular guy.
Brokey.
With a few tattoos. And you're giving the opposite of what we thought about you in the pods. It's giving no sex appeal. It's giving insecure. We thought you were a confident baddie. CEO baddie, tech girl baddie who wants a man to take care of her because she has this high lifestyle. Baby, where is the upkeep? Because I'm not seeing no blush. I'm not seeing no lip gloss. I'm not seeing no bad haircut. Like, I'm talking about like super cool, like, highly kept. Where I'm not seeing no outfits. I mean, I guess her hold down outfit was cute with the sparkles and stuff. But I'm like, baby, what is there to upkeep at this point? It's giving very much San Francisco baddie. And I used to live there and work in the tech. In tech. It's giving very much San Francisco tech girl baddie. You think you have a lot to upkeep, but where's the upkeep? You thought you was going to be a power couple. What you was looking for? Jay-Z and Beyonce? Girl, this is giving very much Papoose and his new...
Girl, come on now.
Sometimes I say too much.
You went too far.
I don't know. Anyway, she said she wants Jordan to be there for her. I wrote down, no, you don't want Jordan to be there for you. You want Jordan to be a different person.
Facts.
You wanted Jordan to stop laughing, stop being goofy, stop having fun. You need to get you a 50-year-old man who got money.
Jerry Jones.
That's who gonna really like you, Sparkle Megan. You'll be in your element. You get you a 55-year-old man who got money?
Right.
Oh, baby, he's gonna adore you. He's gonna love all 32 teeth that you showing. He's gonna act right. He's gonna have money. He's gonna be able to provide for you. He's not gonna laugh. He's not gonna joke. He's gonna be very serious. Get you a 55-year-old man from Texas who wears a big old belt buckle, who's in the oil industry, baby. He's gonna walk around the party. He's gonna say, baby, what do you need? And you're gonna say, I don't need anything, honey. I'm good. And he's gonna say, that's right, baby. I got you. That's what you need. You need an old Matthew McConaughey.
Perfect match.
Because Jordan, he's a young bro. He's not gonna be serious and be suave. You wanted a suave guy. That's what you should have found. You should have went out and found that. Girl, anyway, Sparkle Megan hurt Jordan's feelings because she said something hurtful. Okay? But he didn't tell her that his feelings were hurt. That's the problem. When somebody hurts your feelings, you have to tell them, that actually hurt my feelings that you said that.
Right.
She said, you're getting on my effing nerves. And she did it while giggling.
And laughing.
You're annoying me right now. Jordan didn't tell her that his feelings were hurt, but he was like, damn. He was literally like, dang, can you say it nicer? Like, I don't mind you expressing yourself, but can you say it in a nicer way? And, he told one of the guys that, but he didn't tell Sparkle Megan that. Anyway, we got to see Jordan's house. I love the fact that Jordan had a bed in the living room, and he gave his kid the bedroom. That was nice. It was a nice little spot, And Megan sent her realtor looking for homes. Somebody said here on the live that she had they were looking for a 7-bedroom home. I don't remember how many rooms the house had, but it was a really nice house. And Jordan was like, I don't know if we need that much house. And also, I don't know where I'm gonna get $250,000 to help you pay for this. He was like, he literally told her, I don't have anything to contribute.
Not a dime.
I don't have a dime for you, baby. If you want to buy it, buy it. But I don't have nothing for you, honey. Okay? And there are lots of colorless men in this position. I think a lot of times, and this just makes me I want us to remember that when we talk about the idea of women pursuing their careers and really accomplishing their dreams and really getting in their bag, a lot of times we in our community as Black women talk about this. It's women all over every community, really getting in their bag. We're getting educations. We're getting, we're getting jobs. We're becoming entrepreneurs. And the guys have to keep up.
Yep.
The guys have to keep up, and we're seeing this season after season on these shows that it's not just something that we're talking about within our community. I don't know if other communities are talking about this, but some of these colorless guys don't be having nothing either.
They don't be having nothing.
And Jordan is one of them. Okay, he basically like a guy looking for your tax refund at this point in my eyes, because he don't have nothing. He said he don't have nothing for you.
Nothing.
Right, and so. Yeah, it's not necessarily like, to me, it's not necessarily a bad thing, but it's kind of like you looking for somebody who can bring something, like match you financially. Jordan's just not that guy, so just know that if you buy a house, you gonna be buying the house.
And all he got is tattoos and muscles.
Anyway, on episode 9, we watched Jordan blend some chicken in a blender with some Crystal Light and drink it.
Why?
I need to see Jordan with his shirt off, because I don't know if does he have a blended chicken body?
Right. Is it that serious?
Because let me tell you something. If my man got a blended chicken body, I'ma roll with it. That's you. Why was Crystal Light in it though? Listen, if my man got a blended chicken body, baby, go ahead, blend it up, honey. I don't care what you got to do, honey, as long as you look good, smell good. Like, is the blended chicken body going to make up for the fact that he don't have a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out of?
No.
Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. Would that be enough for y'all? A blended chicken body?
Some people say yes.
With not a dime, but he looked good, tatted. Megan was very attracted to Jordan. We know this. As soon as she saw him, she was attracted to him physically.
She was ready. Hot and ready. Pizza.
Somebody said that she's out of his league. Here's the thing. I personally don't think that Sparkle Megan is out of Jordan's league. Just because she makes more money than him and she's more successful in her career, in my eyes, doesn't believe that she's out of her league. I think she's very, like I said, she's a San Francisco baddie. She's very plain. I think that she's mean. I think that she's judgmental. I think that she has low self-esteem.
Damn.
I don't think she has a lot of emotional intelligence from what I can tell.
Jesus.
From how she treats him, right? So I don't think she's out of his league. I think Jordan is kind. I think Jordan is a great dad.
You don't know Jordan.
And I don't necessarily believe that every single relationship means that a guy has to make more money than, every heteronormative relationship means the guy has to make more money. Maybe their relationship will thrive because he's a caretaker. He's a homemaker. He's going to take care of the kids. He's going to be a great dad if they have more kids, and she's going to make the money. And I don't know, she seems very nurturing, to be honest with you. She told him that he was getting on her effing nerves. So what will she tell? Like, apparently she loves and cares about him, right? So how will she talk to her child? I don't really know. These are things that we don't know yet, right? But I wouldn't say that she's necessarily out of his league just yet, because emotional intelligence, emotional currency is a thing. And I don't know how much she has to offer. So, that's the only thing I will say about that. I will be real shaky about saying that she's out of his league just because she makes more money.
We going in on the women today.
Yes, Ashley, you're right. Sparkle thinks that having money makes up for the emotional capabilities that's going to require a successful relationship. It doesn't. And you know what also doesn't sit right with me about Sparkle Megan is the fact that she continuously talks about Jordan's body and his body parts. It's like, I can't say that Sparkle Megan is out of Jordan's league when she constantly talks about his pee-pee. Constantly, talking about his body. It's almost as if, it actually gives like a little bit of toxic masculinity to me. it's like, okay, girl, like, get to know Jordan outside of just like the fact that you think he's hot and the fact that you bring money to the table. It kind of feels like she's very much in her masculine.
Right.
But you know, I'm not no femininity coach or nothing like that. I think there's a balance of masculinity and femininity in every human being. But that's what it's giving for her. So, okay, let's move on to the next couple. Let's move on to Annie and Nick.
Oh, okay.
Annie and Nick. Annie is the girl who got way too much hair on her head. Somebody on social media said it looked like Annie is wearing a wig on top of a wig, and I haven't been able to stop thinking about that ever since. I'm like, does she have in like 75 million grams of clip ins or tape ins or something? What's going on?
3 packs of hair.
Annie got more, baby. Donate some of that hair. Why she got so much hair on her head? We know she a hairdresser. I'm like, did Annie get a hair transplant? I feel like her forehead was where mine is, and she got a transplant down to here. She got extra hair or something. I don't know what it is, but like, we got to figure this out. Also, why does Annie look like she's been drinking and crying? Not only crying, not only drinking, but drinking and crying all the time.
Both.
Maybe she has been. We don't know what the producers do. They've been accused of a lot of things on this production team, baby. But Annie looked like she's been drinking and crying and drinking. She looked like she's wiping tears away and taking a last sip of vodka before they turn on the cameras. I don't know what it is about her. Anyway, Annie says, or Annie's dad told her, I hope you can find someone manly enough. That's what her dad said. And I wrote down, well, she didn't.
Wow. He's manly.
I wrote down Annie and Nick are boring. I wrote down Annie seems intoxicated while talking to Nick in bed. Like, Nick couldn't even understand what Annie was even talking about. Like, he didn't even understand what her concerns were, and neither did I. I'm like, what is she talking about? She seems intoxicated. Like, yeah. It was I couldn't comprehend what she was even saying. I was like, what are her concerns again? Like, and keep in mind, this show is edited.
She's wasted.
They're supposed to edit this footage in a way that makes it easy to understand what's happening in the conversation without listening to the whole thing through and through. This lets me know that none of the conversation made sense. Because why couldn't we edit this to like get it to something? None of it made sense. I wrote down in episode 8, why is Annie always looking disheveled? Okay?
She just woke up.
Annie came to Nick and apologized to him for the way that she was acting in bed. The behavior was a bit, uncomprehendable. It was a bit odd. And then Nick said, well, it can't happen again. Ooh. He told you, honey. Nick's apartment, his like place where he lives was very cool. I thought his place was very cool. It was very Colorado. I wrote down he's going to make a great partner one day. Because he seems like really cool. He has a lot of hobbies. Nick has a lot of like interests. He seems really sweet, really interesting. But as soon as he said something about being a size queen,
there we go. He's a queen.
Now, I say this on my channel a lot. I'm not one of those creators or one of those individuals who walks around and calling people queer when they're on shows to find a heteronormative relationship. But when I have some things that make my little spidey senses go off, because I don't claim to be an expert on the queer community, even though I am an ally. Okay, love y'all to death. Okay, black people do be gay, and other people do be gay too, but you get it. When I hear a guy say, what are you, a size queen? That's a queer term.
It is.
That is a queer term. Like, that is a term that gay men use to talk about the size of pee-pees and what they prefer.
Why you keep saying pee-pees?
It's I don't even believe, lots of terms, black women be like, oh, well, it's kind of like adjacent to black women. That is not a term that is adjacent to black women. That is not a pop culture term either. Not for like the general population. It is a queer community term, right? I've maybe said size queen like a couple of times with my girlfriends, but my queer friends say size queen, oh, he's a size queen, all the time. Like, that is not a term that you can listen to, pop music and just hear. I mean, maybe unless you're listening to Lizzo, which is also kind of like an indication that Nick might be bisexual or queer or something like that.
One of the girls?
That was a huge indication that he either hangs out with a lot of queer people, which I know guys who do, who don't even know what that term means, right? Or he's a part of the community. Like, that's not a phrase that a guy who only dates women would know. It's just not.
Right, it ain't.
I wrote down, he's handy and he's gay. Period.
Girl.
I love the fact that Nick is handy. I think that Nick is not like super cute.
At all.
He's not conventionally attractive, but I think he has a lot of qualities that somebody who's interested in dating men would want. Because he seems really kind, he seems sweet, he seems to have a good relationship with his family, even though his daddy didn't say nothing when, the family members met. But the dads never say anything. Come on, we know that.
Come on.
He can build things. He seems affectionate, he seems smart. And he is a luxury watch dealer, which means that his family has money. That's all that means. That is a family business.
Looks like a catch.
So yeah. Abby said his mom called him the sensitive one. Yeah, the other brother looks sensitive too to me. I don't know. Anyway.
Look the same to me.
Episode 9, I wrote down Nick's mama is fine AF. I thought she was really cute.
Exaggeration.
And I wrote down Annie is saying a whole lot of nothing to his family. I wrote down dads don't be saying nothing because they really don't.
What, girl? Come on.
Yeah, and I thought it was so interesting at the little hoedown. Nick came up to Annie after riding the bull and said, I want to see you ride the bull. She said, no. Girl, okay, girl. Like, okay.
You ain't got to.
Everyone keeps saying that Nick is fake. Nick is fake. Oh, Nick, he's fake and all of this stuff. I think that the tall white guy saying that he doesn't like Nick is not his cup of tea, Nick is fake, it felt like homophobia to me. And I know that Nick has not come out on this show. I know that it's a bit of a reach, but that's what it feels like. Why else do you hate Nick so much? He seems like a nice guy. Maybe they're seeing things that we're not seeing. They're on the show. But why do you hate Nick so much? And why is Nick so fake to you?
Let's find out.
It feels like they feel like they know something about Nick that nobody else knows. And I don't know, right now it just feels a little bit...
Girl, you don't know.
Mean. Because what is he doing? All of y'all are being fake, actually. Because I can't really say that, Joe, you're being the most authentic. Is it Joe? I can't really say that Joe is being his most authentic self. Let's be for real. Let's do Edmund and KB. KB and Edmund sit down and she says that she's been in love 3 times. I say, damn. I'm 36 years old. I have not been in love 3 times.
In love?
3 times you've been in love? Well, why are you single?
In love. Not just love, but in love.
How many times everybody y'all been in love on the chat? Let me know how many times y'all been in love. Just type the number. I really want to know how many times y'all been in love. Comment below and tell me how many times you've been in love.
Please.
Because I'm 36. I ain't been in love no 3 times. Okay? I thought I was in love one time and I wasn't.
Lust.
I've been in love one time my whole life, my 36 years. Child. I didn't like some people a lot. But not in love. When you get older, you look back and be like, that wasn't even love. It really wasn't.
That was gas.
Like, anyway. I wrote down Edmund is looking real serious in these new episodes, isn't he? I said he looking very serious. He's not looking goofy. He's not making jokes. Maybe there's a lot of Edmund that we have yet to see. Maybe there's some sides to Edmund, some serious sides that we have yet to see this season, and we're seeing it now.
Right.
I know there have been some think pieces coming out about the way that black men are portrayed on television, and I would be foolish to believe that the fact that Edmund can be a bit of a clown is not something that is done on purpose to make him look like a clown on this show. I would be a fool to not believe that. I do believe that. I believe that he is portrayed to be goofy and and non-serious and uneducated, or even though he's highly educated. I believe that is the positioning that the producers took when it came to his edit.
Yep.
Do I think that that's his entire personality? Obviously it's not. We're seeing some different sides to him now, and that's why I'm not gonna hold him to a different standard when it comes to him saying some things that I think are stupid or manipulative.
Exactly, because he's smart.
Okay, so I'm glad I did not hold him to a different standard. But I also think that the way that black men and black women are portrayed on TV is very, it's very much in alignment with what the people who create these shows think about us in general, and those inherited biases, right? Those subconscious biases will be a part of this casting, will be a part of this show. And
editing.
It will be a part of all the shows. And I think it's really important to analyze these things and call it out. We've had some guys and girls portrayed in really positive lights though. But when we see people like Edmund get like a certain kind of goofy edit, we know it's for clicks and it's for ratings, it's for chatting, it's for us to get to talking about it. I honestly respect the black men who are making think pieces about it and talking about, what that means, for them to be portrayed in a certain light on TV. But the reality is this is reality TV. This is semi-scripted. This is for entertainment.
Entertain.
Okay? If you want, if you want to be portrayed in a positive light, then, let's create some content that portrays black men in a positive light. We have the ability to do it.
We do.
Like, let's talk about Love is Blind. Let's talk about Tyler Perry and the way he portrays black men. Let's talk about the NFL and how they portray black men. Or let's talk about all the things then. Let's get upset at all the things. And then let's also show our black men in a different light as well. And there are plenty of people who do it and do it well, I think. Like Kev on Stage, for example, and people like this who are creating content to sort of like not tell stories about us that are not encompassing like all of who we are, but honestly, like we are multifaceted. Some of us are goofballs, and some of us are geniuses, and that's just the way that it is. So
or
anyway,
both.
that's my little think piece about it.
Or both. Hey, who's to say?
Anyway, I didn't like the fact that KB was like, this is the new KB. You're getting the new KB versus
30 days.
me 30 days ago.
Yeah. 12-step program longer than
30
that.
30 days ago, you done made how many changes? 30 days ago?
2.
Even when she was in bed with Edmund talking about her intimacy, like, that was a year ago. 30 days and a year ago shows me that KB is immature.
Gotta be.
Because 30 days ago, girl, what? Girl, some people have had periods last longer than 30 days. Girl, that ain't nothing.
Right.
Girl, I done had a pimple on my chin for 30 damn days underneath the skin.
45 days.
That ain't no time, girl. Nothing really happens in 30 days. No change is made in 30 days, girl. KB, quit playing with me. KB, quit playing with me.
Hey,
KB, quit playing with me. Ooh, KB, quit playing with us.
Ooh, that's a bop.
Because 30 days, girl, please. Girl, anyway. I wrote down Edmund thought he was getting a reality show with his mama.
Right.
Vulnerability does not necessarily mean that you are emotional. I don't like the fact that KB was like, he's so vulnerable. He's so vulnerable. Vulnerability does not mean crying.
Fragile.
Okay? You can be vulnerable without shedding a tear.
He's scared.
You can be vulnerable by just opening up, expressing yourself, saying something that you're afraid to say. Don't confuse vulnerability with emotional instability.
And crying.
Okay? Because when you cannot accurately express how you feel without breaking down and having a meltdown, which is what we've seen Edmund do several times. This is a meltdown. This is not necessarily vulnerability. This is the inability to express yourself without having a breakdown. I wouldn't necessarily say that my man is so vulnerable. Girl, your man can't even talk about certain subjects without crying and hyperventilating.
Anxiety.
That's not necessarily vulnerability. To me, that is a sign that somebody needs to work through those emotions and talk to somebody about it, possibly.
Exactly.
Okay? I wrote down, I hate empty generic advice. Which is what Edmund's mama was given. Empty generic advice. This woman said she looked at KB's Instagram and said, nah.
What that mean?
I hope we don't see your Instagram, mama.
I don't want to see it.
I'm just throwing it out there. I hope we don't come across your Instagram. Because I don't want to talk about nobody mama.
Yeah, don't do it, Jazz.
I wrote down Edmund, it said that Edmund is a realtor, and I wrote down, does Edmund sell houses with a pick in his head?
Probably do, girl. It's his magic pick.
Because I haven't seen the pick come out of his head since we started filming. Do you sell houses with that in your head?
He do everything with that.
I don't care what anybody says about, Jazmyn, the respectability politics and that. I'm not looking at no house with you while you got a pick in your head.
He kissed KB with that.
I'm not. I can't take you serious with a pick in your head. And your hair fully picked out.
Yeah, that's the thing.
What is the pick in there for? Just in case you need a midday pick? Do not make me mad.
Right.
I'm not saying you have to dress a certain way. I'm not saying you have to look a certain way. Get the pick out your head. Get the pick out your head. Oh my goodness.
I have never yelled at a girl like this.
Edmund mama talk about some, I hope you don't rat me out to my sons. She about to ask you for some money.
Yeah, $40.
Anytime you meet a man mama and she say, don't be telling my son everything we be talking about. Don't tell my son. Don't run and tell my son. She about to ask you for $50.
At least $45.
She look like she about to ask you for $50. She look like she wanted to ask you for $50 then. She looked like she wanted to say, let me give you the first test. Let me have $50. She looked like she was about to ask you for $50.
Yeah.
KB.
Yeah.
Run.
$52.
And she looked like she don't want you to say, your mama asked me for $50 today. Now why you go back and tell my son? This is why I can't stand you. Because y'all don't know how to keep a secret. That's what she talking about.
$50.
She about to ask you for $50. Like, anyway.
Cash only.
Edmund bought KB some roller skates. I thought that was very cute. Okay. And KB got mad at Edmund because he came up to her at the hoedown and said, you know, when you said something nice to me today.
Uh-oh, here we go. The controversial part.
I need y'all to understand something. Okay?
What, girl?
I need all the people who date men to listen up. If you're going to date men, you have to be more emotionally inept than that man. I hope that's the right word to use. It felt like the right word to use. You have to be emotionally intelligent. You have to read between the lines when you date men.
Yep.
If my man came up to me at a hoedown and said, when you said something nice to me today, you ain't said nothing nice to me today, I will honestly look at my man and say, oh my God, baby, you need to be validated today.
Inept is the wrong word, by the way.
You look so nice. You look good. Look how good you look in your outfit. I didn't even tell you that. You look so good, sexy in your outfit. You look good. You look good, baby. And I would caress his chin and I would say, are you feeling good? You feeling sexy?
It's adept, Jazz.
And then he would smile and say, yeah, you know. And then I would walk off and get another cocktail. I say, all right, baby.
It's adept, not inept. It's
because
adept.
You just came up to me and told me that you're feeling a little bit insecure today. But you're not expressing yourself. Okay? So you came up to me and said, I'm feeling insecure. I need a little bit of validation. Same way if I came up to my man and said, you ain't even told me I look good in my such and such. He better not say, oh my God, what are you talking about?
Exactly.
You don't like me. Because I'm expecting my man to say, you right, let me look at you.
Period.
Fine.
As hell.
Fine. You look good, girl.
Edible.
Look at you. Look at you.
Look at you.
Look at you. That's
Look
just
at
saying,
you.
I need you to tell me I look good. That's all that's saying. And when you have the emotional intelligence, when you can unpack that it's not about you.
Right.
It's about how the other person is currently feeling, right? Good or bad or whatever. Then you can understand that. And I'm not saying KB did anything wrong. I'm saying that her blowing up over all of that is unnecessary. Because when you get home, you can say, babe, you know, you was feeling a little like you wanted to be validated today, and I understand that. But I just kind of felt like, you know how I feel about you. And you said it at the party, and I felt like, okay, that was like maybe the wrong time and a place. Even though I know you wanted to feel validated, I kind of felt like that was the wrong time and a place.
Exactly.
Because it kind of made me feel like, okay, you don't know how I feel about you? That's called communication, people. He said it was wrong time, wrong place, and she blew it up. It was the wrong time, the wrong place to blow it up. Instead of saying that, instead of de-escalating the situation, instead of validating her partner, she went over in the table and said, don't talk to me. She went in the bathroom. She cried. She came out. She said, don't talk to me. Don't even come over here. She made a big scene. She pouted. Why did you do all of that?
Chaos.
Why did he do that? And why did you do that? It lets me know that we're both emotionally immature.
Exactly.
Okay? Because you came up to me and you couldn't express yourself, or you couldn't get your emotions in check about not feeling validated today. And then instead of me having my emotions in check and saying, you know what, let me analyze, this is not about me. This is about you and how you're feeling. You went in the bathroom, you cried, you went to the table, you came up to him, you cussed him out. Then he came up to you trying to apologize, trying to make it right. And you told him to get away from you, don't touch you, don't talk to you. You made a big scene over nothing. Everybody just made a big scene over nothing in my eyes.
Over nothing.
That lets me know, oh my gosh.
Juice over juice.
Let's work on our communication. Like, I wrote down, people don't know how to talk without cussing and getting mad. That's just it.
Put that on a shirt.
And it might be some of y'all, like, y'all don't know how to have a conversation without cussing and getting mad, yelling, cussing and raising your voice. Learn how to communicate.
I be saying that.
I wrote down Edmund was trying to make it right, but what it comes down to is communication. I don't believe in cussing out. That's another thing I don't believe. I don't believe in cussing out your partner, especially in public. I don't believe in cussing out I don't believe in cussing out your partner. Man, woman, non-binary person, don't matter. Don't cuss out your partner. And some of y'all believe in that. Some of y'all believe in calling your man BANs and calling your woman a B and not saying, I didn't say it to you. I was just saying it while talking to you. Don't say B while talking to me.
At all.
What?
Ever.
That's disrespectful. You could say B or whatever while talking about what happened at your job. But when you talking about something I did, something you talking about me, don't say that. That's disrespectful to me.
Right. Talk about your boss, not me.
But that's just my philosophy. Anyway, let's move on to the very last couple, Maddie and Joe. I wrote down Maddie having a fit and Joe don't give a damn.
At all.
This is another example of people who don't know how to communicate. Joe is dismissive. Maddie, instead of saying, you know what, Joe? I'm feeling this is how I'm feeling. This is how I'm feeling. Like I'm feeling invisible. I'm feeling like you're not validating me. I'm feeling a little insecure. Mm-hmm. When you communicate clearly, you give people an opportunity to, you confront what the issue is and you give them the opportunity to make things right with you. But Maddie went out on the patio and said,
literally. Girl, you
ain't saying nothing. You ain't saying nothing. You went on the patio and cried out loud while he tried to sleep. You know what I would have did? I would have said, I'm trying to sleep. You out here crying too loud. Cry softer.
Keep it down.
And that's what Joe did. Why? Can you close the door? You're crying too loud. That's what Joe did. He don't know why you crying. He don't know what you crying about. He wasted on top of that. He don't know what's going on. He's confused because you haven't told him nothing. You think men know what you talking about? They can barely comprehend when they look sober. He drunk. He don't know what you talking about, Maddie. The man is white boy wasted. We say white boy wasted for a reason. The man is drunk. And you went outside and cried loud and thought he was going to understand what you was talking about, girl. He don't. Oh my God. Anyway, she wants Joe to rescue her. Joe don't even like you. Joe's not going to say yes on decision day because he don't like you, but you want him to come save you and rub your back. He's not going to do it. He doesn't like you. He don't like being around you. You don't see why people don't want to be around you? He don't like you, girl. And you know that. That's why you want him to show and prove that he likes you. He not going to do it because he don't. I said you have to communicate, Maddie. Deal with the feelings. Communication is not only for the other person, it's for you to know that you did everything and said everything you needed to say with a sound mind. Because going on the patio and crying is not communicating. Sorry. She said, I'm so embarrassed. Who's around besides the camera crew? Is that who you embarrassed in front of? Joe was like, why are you embarrassed? I'm confused. Why do you keep saying that you're embarrassed? She keeps saying she's embarrassed, but it's just her and Joe. We know that there are 3 other people in the room filming y'all with boom mics and stuff, but is that why you're embarrassed? But she never said why. Instead, she threw a tantrum like a kid. And she's throwing a tantrum in front of somebody who is wasted and don't like her. Imagine. He wasted and he don't like you. Girl, this is a lose-lose for you. Somebody said poor Maddie. I guess. The next morning, Maddie saying, she literally said, I missed you. Because she know Joe don't like her. She knows that whatever she's going through with Joe, she better wrap it up. Because the feelings of not being validated or whatever are he's icing her out. So instead of continuing to be upset and angry, she knows she has to flip it. She has to cuddle with him. She has to make it right with him because he don't like her. She knows this. Like, she knows it. That's why she flipped and took him back, because she's looking for validation. She was looking for validation when she was crying loud on the patio. She didn't get it. Now she has to flip the script. Joe's not interested in her. And she's talking about intimacy again. The intimacy is so good. The intimacy is so good. That doesn't mean that he likes you. The intimacy being good for you does not mean that Joe likes you. He don't like you. She's mistaking the intimacy being bomb for him liking her. He don't like her. Oh my goodness. Joe tells Maddie to her face that she's not worried enough about decision day. And she's like, I don't get it, Joe. You want me to be less sure? You want me to be more worried? And he's like, I'm just saying, like, I don't really like you like that, but you like me. That's crazy. I'm just saying, like, you like me for real? Yes, I like you for real. Like, I totally like you. I'm loving you, Joe. I chose you. Damn, that's crazy. Like, you don't even want to say no a little bit? No, but like, I'm freaking now. I'm not even sure. That's crazy, because I haven't been sure. That's literally what the conversation sounds like to me. What's confusing about this, Maddie? When men say things, listen to them. When men say stuff, why you not listening? You don't want to believe Joe. You want to scream and cry instead of just believing Joe when he says, I'm actually really worried. Like, I'm not sure. I would have said, oh, okay, well, guess we're not sure. And you know that you were sure on your end. I don't know why, because you done nothing but cry for 4 days. But you're sure, he's not sure. You heard him say he's not sure, and you're wondering, crying about why he's not sure and why you're so... Girl, just listen to what he said. You don't want to believe it, though. I get it. You don't want to believe it. Okay. I wrote down, you should take a drink every time they say the F word if you want to be as wasted as Joe was over the past few episodes. My mama was watching this with me. My mama was like, do they not know any other words? Because F, they're so effing upset. Like, I effing love you so much, and I don't understand. What the F, Joe? What the F? What the F? I'm like, where did y'all go to school? Y'all don't know any other words? Literally, they probably said the F-bomb between them 35 times. I'm not even joking. Why did y'all say the F-bomb so much during this conversation? You don't know how to communicate with each other without yelling, cussing, and crying. That's what's wrong with y'all. For real. That's what's wrong with y'all. Yeah. We went to Joe's apartment. It looked fake. Me and my mama said, this looked like an Airbnb. He didn't have no pictures on the wall. He didn't have no clothes. He didn't have no shoes. This is not his real apartment. Where does Joe live? I don't even believe Joe has his own place. I think he live at home with his parents. And she should have peeped that. Where are the pictures? Where do you keep your underwear? Where do you keep your condoms? Where do you keep... Let's figure this out. Because this is not where Joe lives. This was a peer space. An Airbnb, a Verbo. This was a rental property. He did not take her to his real place. I will refuse to believe that that's where Joe lives. It's just a lie. Anyway, we met Joe's family this episode. And of course they love Maddie. I knew they were going to love Maddie. I mean, she's a blonde white woman. And she's nice. So what else were they going to say? I don't... I'm trying to read my handwriting. I wrote down he used to something a provider. I don't know what it was. Shireen said, I think Joe said his lease was about to be up. Yeah, I don't think that was his place at all. Abby said, you think Joe's family just wants him to settle down already? Yeah, I think Joe is a party animal who came on this show because he knows he's tall and good looking. He wants access to other women. Maddie is not nowhere near his type. He's already said that. He would never say yes to her on decision day. Doesn't matter how much his family loves her and how much his sisters get along with her. I think Joe wants to upgrade the type of woman that he's dating and the type of woman he has access to outside of Colorado. And being on this show is going to do it for him. You know why? Because he's going to have a lot of eyes on him. And because women have and you know why? Because he's going to have a lot of eyes on him, because there are lots of women out here who have little to no standards, and it doesn't matter how many red flags Joe presents on this show, he's going to come out of this show and probably get with a baddie, not only because he's tall, and he's actually cute. He's tall and cute, but also they want to have they want to be in proximity to somebody who's been on Netflix.
Period. So
he already knows that. He knows by being on this show he's going to upgrade, right? As far as the type of woman he has access to. Point blank, period.
Looks.
And then at the end of episode 9, Joe told her that he wants to get her pregnant. And I said, he using black man tactics.
The womb.
And that's the end of my battery low. That's the end. That's all I had to say. It's an hour long. You guys comment below. Let me know what you think. There's so much to be said. The new episodes drop literally probably right now. But anyway, thank y'all for watching. I'll see y'all after in a few days. Okay?
Bye.